Hi guys, thanks for joining me today. I'm Marilyn. On this video, I'm going to show you how I will sublimate on this yellow pillow that I got at HomeGoods. This year, like a lot of people, I'm going with a lemon theme, and when I saw these at HomeGoods, I just snatched them up. They're indoor-outdoor pillows, and they're 100% polyester, so I knew that they would sublimate very well. So I decided to go ahead and buy some of this adhesive spray that's meant for sublimation projects. Now I've seen people use other brands as well, but this comes from Conde, so it is specifically for sublimation. So I went ahead and ordered some of that. Now let's jump over to the computer so I can show you my design. Now I designed this in Inkscape, and that's a free design software program. If you tried Inkscape in the past or watched old YouTube videos on it, it is much more user-friendly than it used to be. Now down here, I just have these because these are the fonts that I used. So I used this Basira for Life and Lemons. I probably didn't pronounce that correctly. And then I used Chalkboard for the word win and hand you. Now right now, the template I'm using is 15 by 15. Let me show you how you can change that. You go up to File and you say Document Properties. And so I came down here to Custom Size and I entered 15 by 15, and in the units, make sure it's inches. And I did that so I could see how my design would look on my pillow. But I don't have the capability of printing on 15 by 15 paper. So now what I need to do, now that I like my design, is I'm going to go ahead and change my document properties to letter so I can see how it'll print. So I click on US letter, then I can just hit the red X and you can see it's changed. Now I'm not going to be able to print all this on one sheet, but I do want to see what's the best way for me to print this so that I'm not piecing together in the middle of a word or in the middle of a graphic. So let me see what happens when I rotate it this way. Okay, so it's going to print everything you see within this 8.5 by 11 template. So from this print, I'll use the win and the hands you lemons. Then what I'll do is I'll move it over. I'll print it again, and from this print, I'll use the glass and the word life. Now when I print, I need to make sure and mirror my image, because with sublimation, you're putting your paper on upside down, and so I need to be sure and mirror it. And instead of doing that in the print program, I'm just going to go ahead right now and go to Object, flip horizontal, and then I'll just put this back where I want it. Again, this one will be for the words win and hand you lemons. Now for this project, I'm using my EcoTank 2760 that I converted to sublimation simply by using sublimation ink in it instead of the ink that came with it. And I'm using Koala brand sublimation paper. So check it. Okay, my first print is done, so I'll just move this down. And I'll move it down so I waste as little ink as possible. There's a few things I need to do to get ready to sublimate on the pillow. The first thing is I want to go ahead and clean any extra fibers or dust or anything like that off the pillow. So I'm just using a little lint roller that I got at the Dollar Tree store. And the second thing I want to do is something that I've seen Conde do on their YouTube videos, and that's to dry the sublimation print. And really all you do is you hold it under your press, whether it's a press that you pull down or a heat press like I'm using now, for about 10 seconds. Okay, now let's see how these are going to fit together. Okay, so I want to cut off the extra ink down here. As well as over here. Then I can just place it down. Well, let me cut a little extra off over here. Now what I think I want to do in this case is go ahead and do 2 totally separate presses. So in that case, I'm going to go ahead and cut off all the extra ink on this sheet as well. So in the end, it's going to look something like that. But I'm just going to start with this sheet right here. I went ahead and I pre-pressed my pillow to get any excess moisture out. Then I want my tags at the bottom. And then before I put any spray on this, I want to see where my design is going to go. Now you can see through the paper a little bit, and that helps you line it out. Okay, so I like where that is. And then I'm going to put this tape on, not to hold anything down, but so I know where my design goes. Basically, I'm going to line this corner with the tape. So I'm just going to spray a fine mist on top of my design. Now you want to make sure you don't spray it heavily. You just want a really fine mist according to the instructions. Now my easy press is 10 by 12, so hopefully I can press this whole thing. Okay, yes, easily. And then I have some butcher paper I got off of Amazon, so I'll lay that on top of my design. I'm going to pick up my easy press that I have set at 400 degrees and press it down for 55 seconds. And I'm going to give it some pretty good pressure. And you still see a little bit of ghosting there, and I know what happened when I pulled it up. The paper bounced and I didn't pick it right up. Doggone it. Okay, well it's still not too bad, so I will go ahead and finish this design. Now, I don't want to put this down until this is cooled off a little bit, because if it's really hot, this will start sublimating before I get it exactly where I want it. So once again, I'm going to put a little bit of this spray on the other half of my design. And you see my blowout paper has the design on it, so I need to throw that away and get a new piece. Then when I put my easy press on it, I'm going to stay off what I've already added as much as possible. Okay, this time I'm going to try to hold the paper down so it doesn't shift when I lift my easy press. Now, I should have my heat gloves on, but I don't have them right here at the table. Oh, that was a success. Much better that time. Well, not a perfect job, but I'm really going to enjoy these with my new decor this year. Thanks so much for joining me and sticking it out till the end. Until my next video. Bye-bye.